Hi everyone. Hi, we're here again. We are here again for another episode of the Question Live Show. Why my Wi-Fi saying that? This Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, whatever. It is another episode of the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown. That is more. Yes, indeed. I am here again, and we are coming here to come with another new episode. We are in our season 10. We are still in season 10. Season 10 just started. It started out kind of on the rocky side, but that's okay. We got to get some bumps, some bruise, and some scratch along the way. So we are moving ahead. And as we move ahead, we are moving out of June. Can you believe this? Can you believe it? We have literally, one more week to go in June. One more. Just one more week. And June is like, bye. How is this? Well, I tell you what, I try not to question nothing. But I tell you what, if you have not accomplished anything thus far, or if you've been sitting on a lazy mentality since January and June is about to close, honey, you need to talk to somebody. You better call God. God gave you a whole 6 months. A whole 6 months already gone. And we're in the season of reaping, rewarding, rebuilding, reunited, reunion, abundance, and overflow. And if you are out there and you're still sitting in the mentality or still sitting in the same place from 6 months ago or more than 6 months ago, you ain't gonna need to talk to me. You're gonna need to talk to somebody higher than me. Yep, you're gonna need to talk to somebody higher than me, because that is poverty mindset. You should not be in the same position from 6 months ago, or 1.5 year ago, or 6 years ago, or no, you just should not be there, right? So we want to understand this, that we have, each time we got a waking moment, it is an opportunity to grow a little bit more, to produce a little bit more, to create something, to be positive, to show up, to take action. Each waking moment, that's what it's supposed to be. But no, some people choose to sit in their walla. Some people choose to sit in stagnation. Some people choose to just I am poor. I am going to be that way for the rest of my life. In this situation, I'm going to be there for the rest of my life. It is a choice, people. Everything is a choice. God chooses to wake us up, and we choose to see how we want to work the wake up call. We choose to see how we want to show when God wakes us up, because God chose to wake us up. Absolutely. So here on the Question Live Show, we like to show up. We like to take action. We like to encourage. We like to inspire. We like to empower. We like to say to you, this is a teaching platform. But most of all, we like to do on this platform, we like to support each other. You see, the more we support each other is the more we will grow. And when we grow together, what will happen? We will become stronger. And we have a sole purpose on this land. And that is to support each other and replenish the earth. We are here to replenish the earth. That is why God created us. To replenish the earth. So if we are not getting in this concept as of yet, today is your day to get into this realization that we are here to replenish the earth. We are here to work together. We're not here to bring down each other, but we are here to work together so we can grow. So come on in this room and let me know if this is your first time tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, I mean, absolutely first time, like first time. You know, everybody will remember first time. First time simply means You never heard of the Question Live show before. You never heard of the All You Free Enough platform before. Of course, you never heard of Verona Willis-Brown before. All three, or maybe one. If you heard of one, then hey, that means you heard of something. So if this is your first time on this platform, the All You Free Enough platform, I want to say to you, welcome. Today is your day. So I want to say welcome, a hearty welcome to you. Put in the comment section that it is your first time by putting your name, wave your hand, put me, whatever it is, put a heart, say it is your first time. When I say it is your first time, I will acknowledge your presence because I don't want to overlook you. So I don't want you to be in the back overlooking me. I want to see you, acknowledge you, and know that, hey, we are one up in this space. We are family up in this space. We are here to work together. You come in, you support me, I support you, and we just build together. When we create and build together, we will have a better world. So if it is your first time, I just want to say that to you. And if it's your first time again, I want to introduce myself to you. I am Verona Willis-Brown. For those of you who've been here, we will go over that. But for the newbies, I want to say to you that I am from a huge family. A native of Jamaica, the most beautiful island in the world, the most beautiful place in the world. That is my statement. Yep. The most beautiful place in the world. That's where I am a native of Jamaica. And I came from a huge family. Absolutely huge family. So when you come in here as a new spectator, a new audience, a new member, a new subscriber, anything new, that means you're adding on to my family. Yes, you're adding on to my family. And because you're adding on to my family, I want to give you a warm, yes indeed, a warm welcome. I want to give you that warm welcome to say, come on in this room. Let us build together. Now, for those of you who've been here, you've been here more than one time, simply means you are not a newbie no more. You're only a newbie when you're just coming in because you're the new baby of the family. So if you've been here more than one time, you're no longer the newbie because now somebody knocked you out of the space. Just like if you have a child and then you're like, ooh, my baby. And then all of a sudden there comes another child. That baby is no longer the new baby. That baby got knocked out of space, okay? Like I mentioned, I'm from a huge family. So when my little sibling came in, I was like, ooh, I'm not the baby anymore. What happened? Why is it that we have an extra child in here? I was supposed to be the baby forever and forever, amen. But no, I did not become I got knocked out of my space. So it's the same thing. If you came in yesterday and you're back today, you're no longer the newbie. You're no longer the baby because somebody is going to be new today and they're going to knock you out of your space, right? So back to what I'm saying, for those of you who've been here, who've been here, you are a regular audience. And if you are a regular audience, honey, you know a thing or two about me. That one, for one, sometimes I have to do like this, take out the fan. And for two, if you look behind me somewhere back there, you see that girl back there? She was your host for 9.5 seasons. Well, she started on season 10. She was your host. So now she's no longer here. It is just me and you. We are in this together, right? So I want to say to you that when you show up, I show up and we show up together, just like her. She's showing up with me, right? We show up together, we build together, and we make a solid impact. So yes, as I mentioned, for those of you who've been here, this lady back here in that yellow dress, that beautiful lady back there, she was your host. And now, every now and then you see her pop up on my screen behind me because she wants to whisper something in my ear. But I try to tell her, I'm like, listen, girl, I'm the new host. I am the new host. So here I am. I'll just say, here I is, right? So I show up now. Listen up, whether you are new or you're not new, I want to say to you, we are all on this journey called life. Yep, once you're alive, we're on this journey called life. And because we are all on this journey called life, every last one of us, I mean everybody, would like to create a success story. Now, your success story might be different from mine. Of course, because we're different. We are the same, but we are different. You get it? Everybody's success story is different. And everyone will define success the way they wish to define success. It might be the accumulation of wealth or materialistic things. It might just be doing a kind thing to somebody. It might be helping the hopeless people. It might just be showing up for somebody else. However you do, whatever you do, however you do it, and it brings happiness to your soul, you're feeding your soul, hello, that is your way to define success. So whichever way you choose to define success, we don't have a problem, honey. No, we don't have a problem because we define our own success story. Right? So everybody define their own success story accordingly. But the point that I am making here is that no matter what you define as your success story, you cannot get it by yourself. No one, absolutely no one cannot succeed by themselves. Nope. If you heard that, it's a lie. Whether you are the prime minister, the president, the mayor, the governor, the teacher, the doctor, the patient, the student, the mechanic, the nurse, whoever you are, the janitor, whoever you are, the bird, the worm, the seed, the rocks, whatever position you find yourself, you did not get there by yourself. The seed got rocks in it, the rocks in that, all of that, right? Roach, rat, everybody. Somebody needs somebody. The rat needs the cheese need the rat, so forth. So everybody needs somebody, or everything needs something. Why? Because we are all in this to grow. We are all in this to replenish the earth. And if we are all in this to replenish the earth, what is going to happen? We need to get the concept. If Jesus is not calling me, please hang up the phone. We all need to get this concept that we need to work together. If we don't work together, we are not defining success correctly. If we don't work together, we are not replenishing the earth. And our job, our responsibility, our purpose is to replenish the earth. Each one of us have our individual purpose, and I encourage each and every one of you to go out there, search for that purpose, find what it is. And mind you, purpose is not just one thing. You're like, oh, my purpose is this. We could be passionate about something. Purpose and passion, what happened? They work together. Absolutely, they work together. So you might be passionate about something that very much might lead you to your purpose. And we don't get passionate about one thing because, honey, may I say, I'm passionate about this, I'm passionate about that, I'm passionate about. But what happens when you're passionate about so many different things? You got to create balance. You got to create some form of boundary and balance to say, I'm passionate about this. So you don't get overwhelmed. I'm passionate about it. So you don't get overwhelmed. So you build a balance. You build a boundary so you can work each passionate area with care. So I choose to create a space of balance. I choose to create a space where I have boundary. I choose to create a space where I avoid distraction. I choose. And that is our topic today. I choose. So as we talk about I choose, let me tell you something. I talk about I'm a native of Jamaica. What I fail to inform you. I am from a farmer's background, honey. My parents were farmers, full, dedicated farmers. So I always consider myself as the farmer's girl, right? I am the farmer's girl. So every time I come in here, I talk about me being the farmer's girl. And every time I come in here, I might be telling a story about myself, Why? Because each time I talk about being a farmer's daughter, I talk about the seed that they planted, and not only in the fertile ground, but the seed that they planted in me. One thing my daddy told me, he said, put God first, put God first, put God first. But I learned so many things because both of them, they planted seeds inside of me, seed of strength and courage and boldness, resiliency, seed of courage, seed of faith. Oh my goodness, seed of beauty, seeds of standing strong, oh my God, there's so many seeds. But I am saying that to say, when we talk about the farmer's background and talk about that little seed that they plant, whether in the ground, whether it is a little pea, whether it is a little corn, it is a seed that grow up to be something fruitful. And it's the same concept we want to have as human beings. It's the same concept we want to have as human beings, to plant seeds as we go along. Every opportunity that we get, every space that we walk on, we must plant the seed of kindness, the seed of love, the seed of gentleness, the seed of compassion. Plant a seed and watch it blossom into a tree. And not only the tree, that tree will bear fruits. When you're far gone, fruits will be still going. Me, anybody know me? I love, if you've been watching my shorts, I love me some fruits, some fresh fruits. And of course, I say I came from the farm, so there are always fruits around me. I grew up with fruits, fresh fruits. Just go and just pick, eat. Mango, ooh, peach, pick, eat. Banana, pick a fruit and eat. Pick a fruit and eat. So I know what it is to have abundance of fruits. So it's the same concept. When you deposit a seed of positivity somewhere, you're going to bear fruits. You might not see your fruit bearing right now, but fruits will be coming, because no fruit that's planted in good soil goes to waste. No seed that's planted in good soil goes to waste. Absolutely not. Even when a storm come and wash, whoosh, wash. Even when tornado come, that seed is grounded in there. Because once a seed, you see what happened in life? A seed goes down. But in life, when we feel like we are going down, we get in the saddest place. But that seed is happy going down. That seed get real happy going on, like, yeah, I'm going to spring right up. And that is the thing. When we are going down with situation and circumstances, when we are going down, we feel like we're going down, we are crashing, we're falling into dark places, we lost loved one, we go through all these things. Let me remind you that you're going down, honey, you going to come back up. You're going to come back up. So when a seed is planted, when my parents plant a seed in a fertile ground, honey, you can't get that seed up. You're going to have to go back down in the earth, dig that up, dig out that seed, and that seed got a spot. Honey, that seed got a spot. And if you leave it for like a couple of days, it starts springing out already in the ground, right? So it's already start saying, hey, I already found my space up in here. I'm already going to start springing up stuff. So if you try to pull me out after a couple of days, after a week, maybe a month, guess what's going to happen? I'm already formed. My roots already formed. You're going to pull me up, but you're going to pull me up with some roots of something. You're going to pull me out. You might see dirt, but you're going to pull me out, and I'm going to have something on me that's saying that I am going to prosper. I am going to survive. So anywhere you think you're going to pull me up, when my roots start bearing, go, honey, anywhere you see my roots start forming, don't try to pull me up, because if you try to pull me up, it's going to happen to show you that I'm already planted. So, honey, let me tell you, as I talk about the farmer's background, most of the time when I am coming up with a topic, or most of the time when my content, I am talking, is because I am using the farmer's background as my story, as related story or analogy. When I use these things, hello somebody, those are the best related story I can use. Why? Because I can only speak from my story. I can only speak from my experience to share with you. Oftentimes I talk about me and my daughter because that's my family. And when I talk about me and my daughter and I, yes, when I do that, it's because I can. Now, if you somewhere talk about my daughter and myself, then I didn't give you the permission to do that. But for me, I can do it. I have the permission to speak on that. I have the permission to talk about my story the way I would like to talk about my story, right? Because I have that permission. So let's talk about tonight's topic. Tonight's topic, we are going to talk about the choice that we make. It says, I choose, I choose, I choose. Come on in the room. Come on in. Come on in. It says, I choose. I choose. Yeah, that's solid. I choose. That's like a whole solid statement, you know. I choose. So I asked you, what is it that you choose? What is it that you choose? You see, before we go into what you choose, or what I choose, or what God chose, here on this Question Live Show, we like to celebrate. So if you choose something positive, please come on in here, put it down so we could celebrate you, because here we like to celebrate, honey, whether it is your small win or whether your big win. We like to celebrate. So we're in the graduating season. So if you graduated, if your child, if your godchildren, if your grandchildren, if somebody you know, next door neighbor graduated, come on in. Let us do some celebration for you and with you. Now we are in the season of wedding. Maybe you got married. Maybe you got proposed to. Maybe you met a boo. Maybe you found that you're having a baby. Maybe you had a baby. Whatever the case is, I say to you, we would like to celebrate you. And if you develop yourself a bit more, yeah, that is very important. So whether you celebrate, whether you make a step further into developing yourself a little bit more, oh, we would love to celebrate you. That's a big accomplishment, honey. One step is better than no step. So if you make one step extra, come on up in here, put in the comment section that, hey, this is what I did. You slip, you slide, but you came back up. This is what I did. If you slip and slid and slip and slide and you got some bruises and you failed and you acknowledge your failure, come on up in here. We like to celebrate you. If you are a survivor, we would like to celebrate you. If you like to bring awareness, we would like to celebrate you, because this is the platform. It is a safe platform for you to come on in and for you to come on in and be a part of us as we move on in life. So I choose. I should choose to get some water. What do you think? Oh, we had a very hot day today. Very, very hot. It is my summer season. It is my summer season. So for those of you who know summer season, I come on in here with my fan. I come on in here with my fan. It is summer season. It was a very hot day today. Very, very hot. It was like 95 degrees today. Yep, it was about 95 degrees today. So if you're anywhere with a 95 and above or 90 and above, let me fan for you. I hope you got on some fan, some AC, some cool clothes. You're drinking water. You got a fan. Your fan don't got to be like mine. You got a fan. But in any case, excuse me, I would like, look, let me fan for you, honey. Let me fan for you. Because if you don't like the summertime, you're not going to like the heat. I like the summertime. And when it gets so hot, What I don't like is the humidity. It gets really hot and humid. Oh, Jesus. See, in Jamaica, it gets really hot, like 90 degrees, but there's a little breeze blowing because you got some trees. They go underneath a tree. You go to the beach, and you know, I go to the beach and I get sunburned. Oh, my Lord. The last time I went, I got such burned up. I look like a piece of toast. Mm-hmm. But anywho, we want to talk about how I choose. I choose. And when we choose, we gotta choose very carefully. We gotta make smart decision, right? We want to make smart decision. We don't want to make good or bad decision because your good could be my bad and my bad could be your good. Your right could be my wrong and my wrong could be real right. So we want to make smart decision. What are smart decisions? Smart decisions are when we seek God, put God first. I told you my father said, put God first in everything. When you're coming forward, put God first. You go to take a test, put God first. You go to the market, put God first. You go to get married, put God first. You want to have a child, whatever the case is, put God first. So I choose to put God first. I choose to acknowledge God. I choose to say, God, no matter what, I choose you. No matter how things look, I choose you. No matter when somebody is trying to hurt me, I choose you. No matter when somebody tries to come after me, I choose God. I choose God. Because what? God chose me. God chose me first. So I choose God. God chose to wake me up this morning. God is responsible for me. Yes, indeed. We must understand this, that once you are awake, it was not the alarm clock, honey. It was not the alarm clock. It was God. It was God that woke you up. It was God that woke you up. So we want to understand it. So I choose to be kind. Oh, I have other reasons not to be kind. I choose to love. I have other reasons not to love. I choose to be compassionate. I have more reason not to be compassionate. I choose to be positive. I have enough reason not to be positive. I choose. I choose to show up here because what? It is my vision, my purpose, my goal, my expectation. I choose. I could choose not to show up here. I have enough reason not to come up here, not to come on. I choose. But I choose to push past every fear and every obstacle to come on. I choose. I choose to love you because I have enough reason not to love somebody. I choose. What have you chosen? I choose to walk in peace. Why? Because I choose to be obedient. I choose to be obedient. I choose to be obedient to the calling. I choose to be obedient to the requirement to walk in peace. When we choose something, you will see that we will have a better world. When you choose peace, 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 peace. When we choose peace, we will have a better world. When we choose peace, we will plan differently. When we choose peace, we will see that more things accomplished. When we choose peace, we will see that we are healthier, whether in our mind or in our body. When we choose peace, we must choose love. We must choose less negative judgment. When we choose, we must choose smart. Choose smart. Choose to be smart. Because God chose you. God chose to put some smart in your DNA. God chose to put some smart in our DNA. God chose to put brilliance in our DNA. God chose to put positivity in our DNA. God chose to put all these things in our DNA. But I oftentimes talk about our emotions that are inside of us that go around and around as if they're on a playground. They play with our mind. They play with us all the time. They do all manner of stuff. They jump on our head. They do like that. They do like that. They do everything. They find a way to distract us. They find a way to push us forward. They find a way to do every single thing for us and against us. We choose how we want to handle our emotion. When death comes, we choose how long we want to go on and on and on. Because let me tell you, death comes to a loved one, someone close to you, and that pain hits you, you choose how you want to rise up out of that grief. You choose if you want to stay in that grief. You choose how long you want to be in that grieving moment. You choose. Right? So many of my loved ones, when death hit them, I'm like, I choose to be here. I choose to stay sad. I choose to this. I choose to be depressed. I choose. Yeah. And the choice we make, audience, the choice we make will affect us one way or the other. Absolutely. The choice we make will affect us one way or the other. The choice we make today, whether it is choosing positivity or negativity, it will affect us one way or the other. You see, life on this world is very, very, very small. This world is very, very, very small. And we believe it's a big world. It's a small world after all. The things we choose to do today, somewhere that circle of life, somewhere the world will turn around, could go fast or slow. And when the world turns, there was a soap opera called As the World Turns. As the world rotates like that, you never know where you're going to meet that person that you spoke to today, that you'll be kind to today, that you was not kind to today. The person that you share a sentiment with today, when the world rotates, you never know what corner of the world you will find that person. So it is written that we must try our very best to be peaceable with all men. Because when we walk in peace, that peace alone will define how much we will love a person, how much we will treat that person, how much we will respect that person, how much we will have compassion for that person, how much we will give to that person, how much we will support that person. Walk in peace, because when we walk in peace, the faith will take you where you will go to make a decision. And when we make a decision, the choice we make in those decisions will affect us one way or the other. If you agree with me, you could put yes in the comment section. If you don't agree with me, you could put no in the comment section. But I am not here to pick side, whether yes or no. I am here to drop a golden nugget or some juicy content. I am here to feed you, and it's up to you to take it in. Sometimes you might eat what I give you, and sometimes you might just spit it right back up. Again, you choose. You choose to say, oh, this is some juicy stuff. This is some sweet food. I am going to eat it. Can I get some more? Okay? Or you could choose like, spit it out like, some baby. Like, oh, I don't want that. Or some baby say, I don't want something. And they never taste it. Yes. So we want to choose and choose smart. Choose smart. The choice we make, the decision we make is going to be a part of us for the rest of our life. And even when we are far gone, the decision that we make is going to have a whole trail. It's going to have a trail. So it's going to be a trail. Sometimes you get injured and then you get injured on the street. Growing up, I grew up in St. Andrew. It's the mountaintop, okay? Sometimes someone hurt themselves on the road and blood dripping or something, and you're like, oh, let's follow the trail. Ooh, and you saw the blood, and you're like, ooh, somebody got hurt, and you try to follow the blood trail. It's the same thing in life. In life, we are going to leave trails. We are going to leave imprints. We are going to leave footprints, handprints, heart prints, okay? And when we leave these prints, somebody's going to either follow or choose to walk away. What is it that we want? We want somebody to follow our path. We want to create path where somebody is following us. We want to create path where we have O's and co-O's like this lady behind me. Huh? What is it that we would like to have? What decision we would like to make today that will take us into eternity, that will take us into a path where when we fall God out of this earth from our physical body, our trails remain a path that somebody will choose to go on. Because everybody's going to trail somebody. Everybody's going to choose. You're going to choose to come in here. You're going to choose to support me. You're going to choose not to support me. You're going to choose to share the live, or you're going to choose not to share the live. You're going to choose to share the live, like the live, or not to like the live. You're going to choose. So any choice that you make, it is up to you, because the choice that we make, it is individual. We choose to do something. Yeah. When we are sad, we choose to stay sad, or we choose to rise up and counteract with happiness. Do you know the saying? Yeah, I think I should get my water. I'm looking at my water over there, and I want to get my water so bad. Yeah, I want to get my water, because I'm telling you, it's mucho caliente. It is mucho caliente aquí. So hold on, I get my... Yeah, I had to get my water. Mucho agua. I had to get my water. Why? Because Lord knows it gets real. It is still hot. Yeah, it is still hot here. It's still about 90. It's still about 90 degrees up in here. Let me see. Fan, AC, everything is on. But it's about 90 degrees still right here. So again, yeah, see, 80 degrees up in there, still going in the heat of the day. AC is going, fan is going, all sort of stuff is going. And of course, my lovely fan is going. Yep, indeed. So listen, I like to talk about anybody who been here know the story about me talking about me being a little girl who choose to not let coming in second in a class stop me, right? I choose not to let those failing moments stop me. I choose not to let all the hurt and the pain of life stop me. I choose to show up. I choose to show up in my boldness. I choose to show up. Yes, indeed. So, story, okay? This is it's not really a story at this point, but you know how many of you, and I mean, I think a lot of you should be saying me. A lot of you out there should be answering to this. Ooh, excuse me, my Lord. This heat will put you to sleep, honey. My Lord. A lot of you out there, majority of you out there, unless you just born yesterday or 5 years ago or 2 days ago, a lot of people know the saying. The saying, there's a saying, okay, that says, hurt people hurt people. Do you hear that? You heard that? Hurt people hurt people. Do you realize it's the same thing you're saying twice? We're saying the same thing twice. Hurt people, hurt people, hurt people, hurt people. We choose. Hurt people, hurt people. Okay? We're saying the same thing twice. We're repeating ourselves. Hurt people, hurt people. Do you feel the impact on that? Do you feel the impact when you say hurt people, hurt people? Do you listen to the sound of the vibration that's coming from that? Hurt people, hurt people. But what people are really saying when they say that, they're like, if you are hurting, because I want to get into that, if you are hurting, that means you are going to hurt somebody else. I totally disagree. I totally disagree. Because if I am hurting or if somebody hurts me, I choose if I want to hurt somebody else. I choose. It is a choice. So if you hurt me, I could choose to hurt you. I could choose to hurt the next person who come into my space. I could choose to hurt myself. So when we are saying hurt people, let us listen to that whole phrase and listen what is happening, that we are repeating that. Hurt people, hurt people. So if you are hurting right about now, or somebody hurt you right about now, or somebody hurt you 5 days ago, 5 minutes ago, 5 years ago, 50 years ago, somebody hurt you, are you choosing to let that hurt define your destiny? Are you choosing to let that hurt define your purpose? Are you choosing to hurt another person because you have experienced that hurt from somebody else? Are you choosing because the choice you make from that hurt is going to affect you one way or the other? So whatever choice you make, you see, when I realized that statement, because I heard it over and over and over, hurt people, hurt people, hurt people, hurt people, hurt. And I'm hearing it, and I'm like, this is sounding very crowded, right? For me, it was sounding very crowded because I'm hearing hurt people, hurt people. I'm like, don't you realize that you're repeating yourself? Because sometimes we talk and we repeat ourselves subconsciously. So I'm like, okay, so nobody's realized that they're repeating themselves. Hurt people, hurt people. Are you just saying that because you want to repeat the first part of the statement saying hurt people, hurt people? So you're saying that to give a higher dose of the initial statement? So until I come to realization, because I like to talk about the very things that when I came into this country and, you know, when I migrated and I learned all these things, these phrases and these reaction and all this stuff, it really shocked me, right? And as I got into this mold, into this space, and I'm hearing the phrase hurt people, I could not understand what was happening because I'm just saying, hey, they want to say it twice. That's up to them. You know, a lot of us, we say things twice. Like, did you hear what I just said? Hello? Did you hear what I just said? Right? So we say things twice. So for me, it just went over my head and I did not take it into consideration that it had a meaning to it. So I'm like, oh, hurt people. Okay, no problem. You're going to say, oh, what am I to judge you? You know, as I'm telling you, that's how I say, I choose. Because what I choose is because of the lesson that I learned. Right? And I'm like, okay, I was choosing judgment towards somebody that was saying that, like, hurt people. So I'm saying, no, why are you saying that? That's you repeating yourself. But anywho, that's okay if you want to repeat yourself. That's fine. Maybe the person did not hear you when you said hurt people. So you want to say it again, right? So until I got it, honey, and it had a meaning to the first part of it, and you're saying that what you're initially saying, that this part of the sentence equal to the ending part of it. So if you look at the ending part, it's the same thing as the beginning part. So if you look, it's the same thing that you're saying at the end and you're bringing it forward. Or if you say it from the beginning, you're saying it at the end. You see, but me personally like to see my end result as a better result from my beginning. So I view myself as the best version and I operate from my best version and bring it forward. So I choose that if you hurt me, I choose not to hurt you. I choose not to hurt nobody else in the process because I am not going to repeat that statement to say hurt people. Because for those of you who are believing acting on that. You're using that as a crutch to reach your goal. I want to say to you today that today is that day where you don't need to use that as a walking, as a crutch, or a cane, or a walker to get to your purpose and your destiny. We don't need to use that hurt people statement to block our blessing. We don't need to use that. We should choose to say, hurt people, but I choose not to hurt anybody in my hurt. I choose to walk over that hurt. I choose to grow up out of the hurt. I choose to get my blessing in that hurt. I choose to feel the pain of those hurt. I choose to stay in that hurt until I feel better. Put on a band-aid on the hurt until it heals. I choose to put on some peroxide in that wound and rise up. I choose to keep on erasing off that mark and go. I choose to be releasing all that pain from my mind. I choose to rise up out of depression. I choose to rise up out of instability. I choose to rise up out of poverty. I choose to rise up out of being poor. I choose to rise up to go up to the highest version of myself. I choose to rise up out of all of what someone misjudged me. I choose to rise up. Choose today that which you want. Choose this day that which God created you to achieve, and that is greatness. Why? Greatness is inside of us. Greatness is sewn onto our DNA. Greatness is there. And when we choose, we must choose away from all of this and operate from our inside. Bring out that greatness because you have the permission. You have the right. God gave it to you when He chose to wake you up this morning, this night. He chose to bless you with life. He could have chosen, hey, today is your day to be gone. So when He chose to give you life, choose to live out of that life. Choose to be the best version. Choose to say, guess what? I am rising up. Choose to say, I am taking a good risk at myself. And I'm going to upgrade my mentality. I am going to upgrade my status. You know, sometimes you go on social media and you see your status or your profile, and voila, somebody's updating that every day. Updating their status like, or somebody's updating their profile, or they're updating their story. Let me tell you something. It is time that we choose to upgrade, to update our story, our mind, our mentality. Our story is ready to move from where it been 5 years ago, 15 years ago, 50 years ago. It is time that we move that story from that place and say, hello, I'm upgrading my story. I'm updating my profile. I am upgrading my mentality. I am upgrading my status. When we upgrade our status, it's because we choose to see a clearer version of ourselves. We choose to see that life is better when we work together. We choose to see this because, honey, I could choose to go sit in a corner some week all by myself. But no, there's nothing I am going to accomplish in a corner by myself. It is a dark and lonely place over there. Every now and then you might need a pausing moment to hear from God with all the chaos that's going on. But every now and then, honey, you got to make a choice. Every now and then we got to come to a point of decision that is going to affect our better version. I come to a point of decision where we are seeing our better version cheering us on. We got to come to a point of decision where we see our better version, not the hurt people. We are not seeing, because if you look at hurt people is an imagery. It is an imagery. We are looking in a mirror. When we look in a mirror, we should look past the image that we are seeing with all the hurt and see the best version of ourselves rising up out of that mirror. So let us choose this very day. Let us choose this very moment how we want to service ourselves, how we want to service humanity, how we want to show up, how we want to take action, how we want to be the best version of ourselves. Because when we choose today, that's all that matters. Because I oftentimes say this, there's no tomorrow. Oh, you don't know? There is no tomorrow. All we have is today. So today is the appointed day to choose that which you need to see of yourself in that mirror, not in the earth people. No, we need to see the mirror that says, today I see me. Today, I'm healed. Today I am whole. Today I am beautiful. Today I am bold. Today I am courageous. Today I am strong. Today I am showing up to be the best version of myself. Today is my day. Today I choose to live out my purpose. Today I decide to make an extra step further. Today I choose to know that one step is better than no step. Today I choose to be free. I choose to be that free person mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, socially. I choose to be the best version of myself. Honey, let me tell you something. I choose to take that risk on the best version of myself. I choose to bet on myself. And because I choose, that's why I'm your host of the Question Live Show. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to this episode, whether you watch the live or you watch the replay. Whatever the case is, honey, this is your host. And I just want to say to you, the choice you make right now is going to affect you. So I would encourage you to choose to support your dreams, your vision, your expectation, and God's expectations of you. Choose smart. Don't choose good or bad. Choose smart. Thank you so much for tuning in into the Question Live Show with your host, moi, Verona Willis-Brown. I hope to see you tomorrow, same time, same place, as we continue showing up for our best version. Remember, hurt people is a statement that we don't have to live by.